It's not a party, Karen.
In the city, if you can call it that, with a population of 3,000, where I grew up, there was a few projects-type places, but mostly poor white people. Like a trailer park, but more white trash and less space. We lived at the slightly nicer one-year townhouse, if you got one, had a 4 feet by 4 feet patio, slightly bigger if you shared with a neighbor. Well, my mom and aunts go out to drink and it becomes a big deal. I literally forgot the title for the woman that sits in an office and collects rents and complaints for the management company. I'll call her Karen as it was her name. Karen tells mom she can't have parties. Mom says it's not a party, but everyone has parties, especially for kids' B-days. Karen says that's not what she meant. So mom says, you mean an adult's party? What do you classify as an adult party? We had just moved from the country and parties were lots of guests, music, booze and late nights. At least 3 people joining the breakfast table the next morning. Karen says it's a party if it has booze.
Mom says no, beer doesn't make a party, or her after dinner beer was a sad-ass party. Karen says booze and friends with music make a party. Mom says, well, I was drinking with family and no music, so not a party. Karen says, well, you were outside, you can't drink outside because it's in public. My mother says I was on my patio, which I rent, watching the kids, so it wasn't in public. Karen caves, fine, it's not a party if you are on your patio and don't have music. She sends the memo out to every tenant. Even the 12 apartment shoeboxes that have one patio at the 2 exits. So somehow all the tenants came out to the patios. Some patios had the music going and some had the beer. But everyone was drinking. Karen calls the cops. The cops start with mom, her yard is full. The yard is a small amount of grass shared between the neighbors but is closest to mom's apartment. This is a party. Mom says no, those are teenagers and kids playing in the yard and I am sitting on my patio having a beer watching. There's music. Neighbor is sitting next to mom, speaks up, that's from my patio.
The kids are dancing, public intoxication. Nope. Not intoxicated. Not in public. They proceed to check every single patio. No one had both music and beer. And each radio was just loud enough to hear. Even the shoeboxes had a few apartments playing all the same radio station with the windows open. They even tried stopping people walking to a different patio. None of them had an open beer while moving. Although one guy did dump his beer into a soda can and walk behind the cops. Since they couldn't find a neighbor that was complaining, they just told Karen that there wasn't a party. But neighbors visiting other neighbors and kids listening to the radios. It became a thing every Friday and Saturday. TLDR. It's not a party. Just an entire apartment complex visiting. With beer. And music. And sometimes grills.
I think landlord is the title you were looking for, but Karen suits her just fine.
That sounds like such a wholesome atmosphere. I bet the socialization between neighbors was also conducive to lower crime in the area, since people know each other better and look out for one another, and a more valuable property for the landlord, since people have an incentive to maintain the shared spaces they know they'll be using. A property manager would need to have a real Napoleon complex to want to discourage this kind of thing.
Well, Boris Johnson, UK Prime Minister, apparently didn't have a party with booze and people chatting in groups in his garden because he thought it was a work event and wasn't aware that it was a party because he wasn't told it was, and also broke lockdown rules. Rolling eyes face.
Hope it encouraged nice neighbors. My parents are still friends from their first neighborhood. 50 years ago. And sometimes grills. You need to be careful there, you don't want Karen to get all up in your grill. I love it when a malicious plan comes together. She called the cops, peek Karen there. Bring in the armed response to make her stupid point. No one has both music and beer. Slow clap. That's rather sassy. Okay, sign. I am curious, was this before or after COVID happened?
Perfect.
Spectacular. Wish I lived nearby. Sounds like lots of fun had by everyone. This is epic. Your mom is something else. A fucking hero. This made my day. This is the saddest thing a human can inflict on consenting adult families. Fuck, that sounds like a time.
Cute.
What an awesome story. Follow the rules and have a grand time. Winking face. I love this so much. I want to live there now. Sounds like Karen is named for her namesake.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.